Welcome here to Richmond Raceway. Here we are 12 laps into the men's mental health 130. We apologize, viewers. We were trying to get everything worked out with this stream. We apologize for missing the start, but we're here now and here to go. My name is Scott Shive. I'm joined alongside by Emmett Crow. We've got Tracy Brown here in production. Hunter Carlson started up on pole, and that is where he has been this entire race. Then it was Austin Cansdale who started in third. All the while, Joseph Eucharist started in second, but he's dropped all the way back to ninth. No cautions have been thrown here. Just a quick recap, and so Hunter Carlson has led the way, but Austin Cansdale trying to work from third. We've got some big movement in here, Emmett.
Yeah, definitely, and I see a name that we saw on the modified tour. Tristan Thiese's in here, and yeah, we got the new guy, Joseph Eucharist. So great to see him in, and looking forward to a great race tonight.
Looking forward to an excellent race. The biggest mover right now, I believe it would be tied between Tristan Thiese and Gerald Berlin. They are both up 4 spots. Kyle Dumas also tied with them. So 3 different movers up 4 spots. And we already saw Austin Cansdale has moved ahead of Tristan Thiese again. Your top 5, Hunter Carlson, Austin Cansdale, Tristan Thiese, Chris Golden, Gerald Berlin. Your biggest faller right now is Joseph Eucharist. We're going to use Snukas. We're going to go with that. Joseph, if we improperly did that one, let us know, please. But those are your top 5 sitters right now.
Well, Scott, I'll tell you, earlier we were talking in the driver's meeting, and it's actually Eucharist.
Well, that makes it simpler.
Yeah, same thing, but yeah. And then also, we want to mention that Chris Golden in the field, he's actually going to be making his season debut at Berlin in the Arca series. So great to see Chris out here running on the FWM Arca Tour.
That's really cool. When is that race?
That is this weekend, actually.
Wow, excellent. Have to watch that. Get that one on Flow Racing, or I guess on Flow. If it's the E Series, I don't know if it'll be on network television or FS1, but I know I'll be watching it on Flow Racing. Right now, Chris Golden running in 4th position. He's 1.3 seconds behind the leader of Hunter Carlson at 20 laps complete of the men's mental awareness 130.
Yeah, that's a mouthful. That's like the big bushy bush 400.
The men's mental health awareness 130. It is a bit of a mouthful, but hey, that is a really important cause here in the month of June, is the importance and awareness of men's mental health. Right now, Chris Golden looking to the inside of the 83 of Tristan Thiese. He's trying to continue to work up through this field. Started in 5th, currently in 4th, but you know it's harder to make passes here at Richmond. This is the biggest track we've been to here all season. One race ago, we were out at Nashville Fairgrounds where Landon Brown picked up his first win of the season. 3 different winners this season, Emmett. Will we see that trend continue? Well, if Hunter Carlson wins it, where it finishes where he ends now, we'll end that trend.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, what a race last weekend. Landon, after getting hooked by Andrew Holloman, rebounded all the way and came home with the victory. So yeah, shout out to Landon Brown and that team, that 5 team for sure.
Well, we apologize again for not being able to catch the start of the race. Your current point standings top 5 are Landon Brown, Hunter Carlson, Austin Cansdale, Gerald Berlin, and Wayne Cannon. They are all set at a difference of 23 points. So through 3 races, it is pretty close here for the championship. After this race comes to a close here this evening, we'll be halfway through the Arca East Series here on 4Wide Motorsports, presented on elevated television here this evening. Bradley Young back there in the number 89. He's looking to continue to move forward. He started in 11th. He's up into the top 10, right behind Kyle Dumas. Right behind him, it's the 51 of Caleb Kramer. He is hot on his heels, Emmett.
Yeah, definitely. And Caleb Kramer, another new guy making his start tonight. So great to see these new guys, along with Eucharist and the new old guy, Tristan Thiese. tonight. So great to see these guys enter in this great league.
Glad to see all of them here this evening. Back up towards the front. Chris Golden looking for it on the SA, and Joe Berlin trying to follow through as well. Chris Golden punches a hole in the door. He's clear into third. And Tristan Thiese still trying to hold off the 70 of Berlin, but Berlin sends it into turn number 1. Wraps the bottom in that number 70 car. The 83 of Tristan Thiese carries great momentum off the high side, but a bit locked in. He's going to the inside. He's almost sideways entering 3. Holds on to it. My goodness.
Yeah, Jared Berlin just dive bombed right in there, drove it in there, and tried to get Thiese a little bit loose, but it ended up almost getting Chris Golden involved as well.
Almost got Chris Golden involved, but they were all able to survive. Got to have a little heat in those tires for Thiese. He holds that spot in 4th. Joe Berlin still hunting, and of course we've got Devin Merrill right there as well in the number 31. So this battle, 3rd through 6th, that is heating up.
Yeah, definitely heating up right now, and seen some great action right here as we see Jared Berlin trying to take the 4th position away from Tristan Thiese. Right here, going to drive it into the corner. Oh, going to get right. Oh, Tristan Thiese hard into the wall.
Tristan Thiese hard into the wall. He's able to keep it straight, but he will lose that spot to Berlin. Doesn't look like there's too much damage, but he is getting a little loose. Devin Merrill right there behind. He's looking to move on through. Look at how close these cars are. My goodness.
Yeah, you cannot cut that tension with the knife. It is so thick. But yeah, look at this. Here we go. Here comes Burrell. He'll try to look to the inside of Thiese, but he can't do it. But looky there. Landon Brown is up there. And Landon Brown, Scott, I mean, this kid is really showing that he can't, not only can he drive a late model, but he can also race these Arca cars as well.
That is very true. Landon Brown, one of the admins over at the Leadfoot Racing League, we get to present to you here on Sunday evenings. We had a great race the other evening. Justin Brooks has gone back-to-back in the opening 2 races of Season 3. It was a great race from Southern National. We'll have another race in 2 weeks. We take it off for Father's Day, but we'll continue racing here in 4Wide Motorsports next week. I don't know, where do we go to next week as we cross halfway in it?
So we go to.
No, you're the scheduling man.
I had it. Hold on a second. I got it right here. I want to say it's Dover.
There we go. Dover, the high banks of the Motor Mile, the concrete track. Very different from the race here at Richmond. Looking back, Landon Brown trying to work through on Devin Merrill. He got the peak out of turn number 4. He's to the inside here, but Merrill gonna try to get a good run off the high side. Man, you can see him working that wheel, and he gets that great run and carries it, tries to keep himself up in the 6th. This Tristan Thiese keeps washing up high. Wow, big run here for Landon Brown.
Yeah, Landon Brown gets a great run. Going to shoot past Devin Merrill for the moment. But yeah, look at Tristan Thiese right there. But yeah, Landon Brown trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone as he's going to try to take position down the backstretch.
Thiese really starting to struggle here. You got to wonder if they have any tire wear. 36 laps complete in the men's mental health awareness 130. These drivers will be able to take tires here this evening. The question, Emmett, is when?
Yeah, that is the good question, you know, and looking at these laps, you know, the good thing about Hunter Carlson having such a big lead right now is he can save those tires. So that's really going to help up. But yeah, these further guys, I think when we get that first caution, we'll see them come in as the night goes on too.
The question is, will we get that caution? We have been clean and green through the first 37 laps, and you can see it. They're not afraid to start dooring each other, starting to try to move each other out of the way. But good, clean racing here from Richmond. Whoa, Tristan Thiese get sideways. Oh my goodness! I cannot believe he was able to save that car. The 13 now moving to the inside. Oh, yep. But he's loose off of 2.
Yeah, the 13 of Joseph Unakis. Again, Unakis making his debut for FWM, trying to get the 4th position. But yeah, what a move by Landon Brown right there. I mean, the 5th position. Sorry.
Landon Brown in 5th. Unakis still working the inside of the SA. This night looks like it might be a good bit about tire management. Tristan Piesse looked like he could have used it up early. Those right sides have begun to hit their wearing point. He's starting to fall back through the field. Nuckus, wow, you can see him. He is abusing that right rear on exit.
Yeah, definitely abusing it, and you can see, oh my gosh, he's just got up there in the marbles and just hasn't been able to get any. Oh man, hard into the wall.
Real hard into the wall. Trading Paints didn't get quite to update when we went through everything. So that white car is Devin Rill. He does normally run the 31. So Trading Paints having a little bit of a problem, and Nuckus finally got ahead of PSA after PSA was fighting loose off of the corners.
Oh, hard contact.
Right all together. Oh, now well, here we go. We got some more battles throughout the backfield. Bradley Young just got worked through by Kyle Dumas. Dumas has been running him in ninth just about this whole time. The 51, Caleb Kramer, he's trying to get in this fight as well. It's a three-way fight for ninth.
Yeah, Caleb Kramer, you gotta love the chrome wheels along with Wayne Cannon. Also Wayne supporting got the chrome paint scheme right there, and look at little Mindfu rocking the Sunny D scheme right there.
This is an excellent place to be, 9th through 13th in terms of watching the race, because these drivers are absolutely going at it. It tells you it doesn't just matter for fighting for first and the winning position. It matters every single spot, especially here at Richmond. Oh, and the 51 of Kramer going to give the bumper to the 89 of Young. He's trying to go by. All the while, Kyle Dumas tight off the corner, cannot hold the bottom, and wow, look at the move. The 51 of Kramer cut the gap. He shoots to the inside of Bradley Young. He's looking to break into the top 10.
Yeah, Kramer, what a move right there, showing off, making his debut, put on a good show for the fans. Maybe trying to make himself a household name here at FWM for sure.
Trying to make himself a household name, the 51 of Caleb Kramer, trying to get it done here this evening. He's got to break into the top 10 to be able to do it. He has done that now, moving past Bradley Young. We look back behind them at Daniel Mindfu Jones, Wayne Cannon right here, and the 89 pitting in. He was sideways trying to get on the binders, so it's green flag pit stops here on lap 46 of 130. Few drivers choosing to come in, Kyle Dumas, Bradley Young.
Yeah, that's an interesting call for Dumas and Young to come in this early, but
got two sets.
Yeah, so that's really going to play in a factor. And the thing is this track cools as the sun goes down. These tires, they're not going to go they're not going to fall off too quick. So it's all about when you want to make that stop, but it could cost you, about the decision.
Over the radio here, 86 of Chris Golden pitting in from the top 5. Bradley Young now exiting in the pits as he gets passed by the 32 of Hunter Carlson, and back up to the leader for just a moment. He is out by 3.2 seconds over the 33 of Austin Cansdale. J.R. Berlin coming into the pits this time. He's running up in the top 5 as well. So it looks like Bradley Young, Kyle Dumas might bring everyone into the pits here to make it a 2-stop race.
Yeah, definitely might look like that. It'd be interesting to see if our leader, Mr. Hunter Carlson, if he's going to come in and get some new General tires as well.
Hunter Carlson all out on his lonesome right now. The 51 of Caleb Kramer that's Kyle Dumas in the 15, my apologies. He goes and gets his lap back in front of your leader. Kyle Dumas back on the lead lap. Bradley Young right there behind him as well, trying to get his lap back. All the while, more drivers come into the pits. Devin Marill and James Hollenbach, as well as Yogi Schlier, Tristan Piesse, they have all come into the pits at least once. Everyone 8th and forwards has yet to enter the pit lane.
Yeah, that's very interesting, and that's a bold move right there as we see
Here comes Cansdale.
Yeah, so Cansdale's coming in, so now it's just a matter of time before we should see Hunter Carlson coming in, you'd think.
Wayne Cannon, Daniel Mindfu Jones, they're all coming in this time, so that is everyone but your top 5. And here comes your leader, Hunter Carlson. He's called pitting in this time. So on lap 52 of 130,
Oh, man.
Hunter Carlson will come in. He's not going to be able to get down that time. Lap car of Brandon Brown trying to get his lap back. He's in the way. And look, you got to get your lap back as fast as possible. So Hunter Carlson is going to have to wait one more lap to bring it in. That was a sketchy moment, Evan.
Yeah, definitely a sketchy moment, but we see right here he's clear, so we should see the 32 of Hunter Carlson come in this time.
Hunter Carlson down on the apron. We're taking a replay look here at the 8 of Benjamin Hallbaugh. Something must have gone around with him. Hey, whoa!
Oh, what a save!
Oh my goodness, could not believe he held on to it. We did not see a caution because of that was able to keep it straight and going on the racetrack. So that's why we saw the 8 lose a good chunk of time. Real question is, with the 33 getting 2 laps here on fresh tires, I wonder if he can make up that 3.2 second deficit on Hunter Carlson and maybe take the lead through this pit strategy.
Yeah, definitely be interesting for sure.
So Hunter Carlson still has a lead as of this moment. Austin Cansell up in second. That's got to be wrong with the timing screen. No, it is correct. Hunter Carlson still has got it, but Austin Cansell's trying to close in. He has narrowed the gap just a little bit, but not as much as he would have liked. He narrowed it to 2.7 seconds, so he cut it down by about half a second, but he was not able to take the lead. And it shows you how good and how great of a first run, opening run that was for Carlson.
Yeah, it definitely shows you the speed that he has early on. And, you know, looking at this field now, as we see Kyle Dumas being able to jump up into the number 3 spot on that strategy, it really makes you wonder who's going to be able to show and give Carlson a run for his money as this race progresses.
Oh my gosh, look at this stack up between Bradley Young, Landon Brown, Devin Murill, Chris Euclid. Devin Murill going to fall out of it, but look at all of them battle back in this clobber. And there we go, Gerald Berlin hard into the inside wall. He's going to be parked in the track, but he's able to keep it straight and keep it going, almost like what we saw with the 8, but this one was not a solo incident. He had contact with the 13. I believe it was Devin Murill behind him, and no, it was a solo incident, so the 31 of Murill did not get into him. Berlin just loose off of 2.
Yeah, just got loose right there, and man, no caution. That's crazy.
Almost a similar, a mirror incident to what happened at 8 of Benjamin Hallbaugh.
That's exactly right.
No caution for the incident. Here we look at Wayne and Hunter Carlson. Hunter Carlson trying to put Wayne Cannon a lap down. He's got a 2.9 second advantage to the 33 of Austin Cansdale. Right now, these 2 drivers running first and second are second and third in the overall point standings through 3 races. If they can finish where they are, they might gain the gap on your championship points leader of Landon Brown, who's running in 6th.
Yeah, Landon Brown, you know, comes into this league and, you know, comes, like you said, an admin for Leadfoot Racing, which you can catch on Sunday nights, which you can catch Scott and Wesley Outland in the booth. But anyways, yeah, comes over here to FWM and really runs good. And as the late model season got over and then they came into this Arca season and just on fire.
Big contact. Whoa, sorry to cut you off there, but Bradley Young drove up into the door, and I don't even know, who is that? That's the 12. That is Yogi Schleer. That is Yogi Schleer. I didn't even notice his bubble gum paint scheme. And the first time your caution comes out almost halfway through this race on lap 61, got to check out and see where this caution presented itself.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. Looks like it might be Gerald Berlin, maybe? No? Yep, Gerald Berlin. Okay, so that brought out a caution, but the other one didn't.
Yep, Gerald Berlin, almost the exact same thing that happened to him earlier, but he was not able to save it. Pounded the inside wall, loses the bumper, and Yogi Schleer got some damage there as well.
Yeah, it looks
so for the first time tonight, Hunter Carlson's, the caution comes out, and he'll pull into the pit lane.
Wow.
The SA decides to stay out, and most of the rest of the field decides to stay out. This is a surprising call from Hunter Carlson.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Most of the field's a lap down. So we look at that, but yeah, that's a Like you said, Scott, that's very odd for sure, but maybe he knows something we don't know for sure. It'd be interesting to see how that strategy pays off as we go later on in this race.
He might know something different, but I'm still surprised by it because, we could have a late race caution, and we saw how important tires were over the run. If we go back, let's go back, and I'm going to look at Landon Brown's stats right now. We'll go to his race pace, his fastest lap in the race. Let's see what it was. It was a 21.841, but over the first run, he slowed down to about a 23.09. So fall off about 1.2 seconds. That's a pretty big fall off, and if we get a caution near the end of a 40 lap run, you're going to want fresh tires. But with Hunter Carlson coming into the pits this time, he will have no tires left.
Yeah, and how about Tristan Thiese running the fastest lap of the race so far with the 21.60? So yeah, definitely. But yeah, looking at this fall off, it's been pretty bad. So it'll be interesting to see. That was kind of a short run, so it'll be interesting to see if we get a long run right here and see what happens for sure.
Well, we saw that long run, the first one before the green flag stops. But Hunter Carlson, Austin Cansdale, the only two of the front runners to come into the pits a second time, and once under this caution, they'll line up 5th and 6th. That'll leave Kyle Dumas up towards the lead, and you mentioned it just for a moment, Emmett, but what a pull from the strategy by Kyle Dumas. Got in and out more efficiently than anyone else. 39.4 seconds in the lane. I think the next best time is a 41.1, so made up about 1 or more seconds on other drivers. So Kyle Dumas, because of that and the other 2 leaders pitting, he will assume the lead here from pole position. Will go back green halfway through this race. 65 laps of 130 in the men's mental health awareness 130.
There you go, you got it. But yeah, what a call. What, Dumas got, 6 or 7 spots right there? So yeah, huge pick call from Kyle Dumas for sure, and see if it works out for him in the end.
Green flag away here. Dumas has got it for now. Takes a wide entry. Chris Golden, the Arca driver, making his start at Berlin this weekend in the East Series. Well, he's running pretty darn well here at Richmond. New driver on debut, Chris Eukenis. I know I said that wrong. You're going to have to correct me, Emmett, because I'm going to have to get used to it, because I look at it and I see that S and I have to not pronounce it. Pronounce. Landon Brown running in 4th. Hunter Carlson, Austin Cansdale, side by side for 5th.
Yeah, and Scott, I hate to correct you, but that's actually Joseph Unukis.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to drill it in after today. Joseph Unukis running here in 3rd position, trying to run it with a podium. Your early leaders, Hunter Carlson, Austin Cansdale, still side by side. They're gonna burn some stuff up trying to do this. They continue to race. Cansdale smacks the wall out of 2, keeps it on going. This might let Carlson take away 5th spot. Cansdale still trying to hang in there.
Yeah, but here's the thing that's interesting, Scott. We've seen this a lot in this Arca series. These cars, if you run side by side for too long, you get aero loose, and the car that is usually on the Bradley
big
Young
problem. Bradley Young, he was able to keep it off the wall, but spun back onto the racetrack. He was able to pull a Benjamin Hallball, keep it going, keep it straight, will stay under green. Big fight here between the 51 and the 33, or excuse me, the 29.
Oh man, and the 51's gonna cut his nose off. What a move.
The 51 of Caleb Kramer gets through that, and wow, what a battle this has been between all these drivers running in the mid-pack. This is some excellent racing.
Yeah, great racing, but we got some good racing.
Look at Forza Front.
Yeah, look at this.
My
Chris
goodness.
Golden.
It's 2 by 2 by 2 for the lead. A green flag run as the caution comes out. Oh my goodness, that couldn't have been a worse time. What a beautiful fight for the top 6 positions it was. This did come back for the midfield. We saw them all stacked up as well. Looks like Benjamin Hallball gets loose again off of turn number 2. Spins backwards onto the racetrack, and Iracing deemed that stop time to need to be a caution.
Yeah, definitely. And it's interesting. as we listened to the drivers meeting today, you know, Wayne Cannon, the admin, he said, look, we're going to have to start issuing single spin penalties. So it'd be interesting to see if FWM lays down the law after this race for sure.
Yeah, you know, those single spins, they can be tough. We know Benjamin Hallball was really trying to work at it, was able to keep it going the first time, not the second. That's exactly the same thing we saw with Gerald Berlin, was able to save it the first time, but not the second. No big damage for Benjamin Hallball there, so he might need to strap on some new boots in the pit lane and get back out there and get back to it. He's currently 1 lap down. He is the 3rd car 1 lap down, so will not be able to get the free pass. I believe Devin Merrill will be the lucky dog.
Yeah, and what a huge caution right here. And what does that do for, you know, Hunter Carlson? I mean, he's looking like a genius now because now he's going to restart 3rd. And he's on fresher tires than the rest of the field, so be interesting to see what happens for sure.
Yeah, well, and I think right there we saw that those fresh tires aren't the greatest advantage. He only pitted about, let's see, if we're talking about green flag laps, he only pitted about 4 laps later in terms of green flag laps. So his tires have 4 less laps on them than the rest of the competitors. It's not going to create the biggest differential between him and those drivers up front, but you know what will? Whatever he has figured out that earlier got him to almost a 3-second lead. We know he's been the fastest driver all evening long, but he's going to have to work through these other 2 cars in front of him, Chris Golden and Kyle Dumas, to take the lead back.
Yeah, definitely. So, and we saw, you know, when he got alongside of Austin Cansdale, you know, Cansdale hit the wall, but he could have brushed into Carlson and could have caused just a little bit of damage. So, don't know that for sure, but I mean, that car looks pretty clean out there.
Car looks pretty clean all throughout here in the Arca East season. So overall, he's got an average finish of 3.3 throughout our first races. So it's been really impressive what Hunter Carlson has been able to do early on here this season. He'll restart in 3rd on the inside, getting ready to try to take the lead back. Kyle Lewis, Chris Golden in the front row. These 2 have yet to win this season here. The 2 in the 2nd row have won here this season. Could we see the 4th different winner? Green flag back in the air for the men's mental health awareness 130. Kyle Dumas takes it clean and green into turn number 1.
Yeah, and we'll have, I don't know about that restart, Scott. It looked like Dumas was a little early to the gun, but yeah, we see Dumas just jump out, but now look at Carlson on the bottom, able to just power past Chris Golden and take over the number 2 spot.
Clear into 2nd place for Hunter Carlson, clear of Chris Golden. Landon Brown sits in 3rd, and Daniel Mindfu Jones sits in 6th. Austin Cansdale just gets the nose on him. And no, Austin Cansdale hard into the inside wall. He's able to keep it off, but it does draw out the caution. He was fighting side by side with the 17 of Daniel Jones, and I called the wall too early. We've seen a lot of drivers that happen to it. Some of them hit the wall, some of them haven't.
Oh man, actually Benjamin Hallball. Oh my gosh.
That happened with him, but it also happened with the 33.
Yeah, definitely, but I mean, we had 2 incidents right there, and I think we're going to get a shot of Cansdale right here. Maybe.
Yeah, Cansdale, I imagine that's not what brought out the caution. It was the incident behind, because he was able to keep it straight just like the other drivers. We've seen that happen too. But Benjamin Hallball, and the incident just happened with them back there right outside of the top 10. That is what drew your 3rd caution of the evening. 79 laps now complete. Just over 50 laps remaining.
Yeah, definitely. And this race goes on, and like I said, it gets darker and darker. The night comes out, the full moon goes up, the action ramps up. We should see some really great racing for sure.
We should see some really great racing. We've seen great racing all evening long from all of these drivers here the FWM Arca East Series, race number 4 from Richmond Raceway. We close out halfway of the season here this evening. Landon Brown, top of the points, 10 points to the good over Hunter Carlson. Then it is Hunter Carlson, Austin Cansdale, Jared Berlin, and Wayne Cannon. All your top 5 within the points. So this is a close run for the championship. I think we've seen in series past, we've seen the champion decided either the race before the championship or so on, but right now, as we are, we've got it pretty close, Emmett.
Yeah, definitely. And I forgot to add, our second race was won by our mini stock runner-up. Yeah, Stephen Luttrell, who actually got, I know, Scott, you missed that race, but Stephen Luttrell got the message within 5 minutes of going green and joined the race and came out and, yeah, put a stomping on him. So, yeah, great job, but definitely interesting how this season has went so far. And, I mean, other than the mini stock, yeah, like you said, it's been decided between the championship race or the race before. So, I think we're in for another great championship battle here in the Arca Series.
Another great championship battle queuing up for us, teeing up for us here as we're 3 races in. Race number 4 here this evening. Kyle Dumas still sits up front in that number 15. We've seen him run well here in the series for FWM when he's been able to make the call. He did really well in our SK series. He was en route to possibly battle with Hunter Carlson for the championship, but sadly he was not able to make the call in the last 2 races. We switch to single file restarts here for this restart. Kyle Dumas on point, Hunter Carlson up in second, Chris Golden to the top 3.
Yeah, I was about to say it's pretty much over now because Dumas just jumps his restart.
No, it's never over till the end.
Well, I'm just saying, if with
Look,
these single
here
files.
in the Arca series, you know, I don't know if you have to go exactly in the zone. I don't know how race control will manage that. But, you know, right now we're clean and good all throughout top 5. Look at what a great run for Daniel Michael Jones. We know that he is adamant to never qualify. Well, he's up in the top 5, 11 positions gained.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Hopefully he can run and his internet doesn't go out like he has. Last week was running up in 4th position, Scott, and yeah, the internet just crapped out. So yeah, hopefully Daniel can get a great run. Daniel Jones, you know, the vice president of FWM, so great to see him up there in the top 10 for sure.
Speaking of good runs, Joseph Unakis on his debut here in the Arca East Series, running in the top 5. It's a battle for the 3rd spot between Landon Brown and Chris Golden. Landon Brown, 1 win already this season. He's trying to make it back-to-back, but he's got to get up past Chris Golden, battle with Carlson, and then battle with your leader of Kyle Dumas, and there's not too much time to do it. 45 laps remaining.
Yeah, and look at this. Landon Brown and Chris Golden, great racing right here. As we see Landon Brown's going to drive it into the corner, trying to get her to stick. But look at that. Yeah, Joseph Unakis just right up there. Great run for Joseph, making his FWM debut. So great to see these new guys coming in and putting on a great show for these fans.
FWM does an excellent job in getting drivers and getting good drivers. We always have excellent car counts. It's so much fun to watch them race. They always put on good races. That's what you and I have always said, and that is why we are never not entertained. Here, Landon Brown still inside. Now, he was inside of Golden, but now it's Unakis taking it on the high side. Austin Cansdale, he's got some right rear quarter panel damage, but he doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He is trying to work through it, but you can see that it is affecting him because earlier he was running in second, but after all these cautions, he's still able to running in 6th.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Austin has been running good with these Arca cars early on, but it seems like just some kind of gremlin comes up and gets him every race because as the race goes on and we get further into it in probably the last half, he just seems to always have trouble, as we see right there. It looked like he hit the wall. So hopefully Austin can get a good run out of this for sure.
Austin looking for another good run here this evening. His finishes the past few races, 2 top 5s have won 6th place, so 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s. It's been enough to put him 3rd place in the standings, but not enough here today. He's going to send it on the outside here at Landon Brown, still trying to move forward. This is a battle for that last spot in the top 5.
Yeah, definitely a battle, but look at Landon Brown able to drive on that bottom. And that's the thing, Scott. The top just hasn't come into play. It's been the bottom all night long, and that's very interesting how the rubber has not come into the top and it's come into the bottom. So really interesting, and see if that affects these guys racing for
Change
the
for the lead. Hunter Carlson makes his way around Kyle Dumas. And with that pass, it opens the door for Chris Golden. Golden trying to move back into second, his highest running position of the day. Gets loose off of 2. That's going to allow Dumas to gain some back. But now will Hunter Carlson run away with it like he did earlier? Looking like Dumas can't hold the bottom. The same issue we saw with him earlier in the first green flag run.
Yeah, I think Dumas's tires are done. I think his tires, I think there's too much fall off, as we see right here. Chris Golden able to drive to the inside, but I mean, Dumas has got the straightaway speed, but you can tell in the corners he's struggling for sure with that car.
Chris Golden, 2 races so far, an 8th place finish and a 6th place finish. It puts him 8th place in the overall standings, but he's looking for his first top 5 of the season here today. They continue to battle it out. What a great battle it is, but he's going to fall back to 4th. Joseph Unukis and Chris Golden both able to get around him, and what a drive for Unukis. He's back up to where he qualified in 2nd, and showing us that qualifying was no fluke.
Yeah, definitely great run from Joseph Unukis. You know, like we said, another driver making his FWM debut, so another great run for one of these new guys, and maybe he can battle Hunter Carlson and pull off this upset win for sure.
Is there enough time for Unukis to hunt down the 32 of Hunter Carlson? Running good all evening long. Landon Brown here trying to battle back into the top 5. He lost it earlier. And caution is going to wave. Going to try to find what it was. I believe we just saw a driver there on the front stretch. I'm not sure. Let's see if it was the 83 of the SA. Watch along with the SA. He's running in 14th.
Oh, yep.
Yep. Same thing we've seen all evening long. Driver loose off of turn 2. Gets up, stopped on the racetrack. So a lot of solo spins here this evening. And the problem spot has looked like the exit of 2.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Trying to do a victory burnout on the backstretch.
Yeah, so now look at this, Scott. Carlson, well, he's coming in.
Let's see if he's able to take tires. I might have been wrong on the call about them only having 2 tires, so if I was wrong, I do apologize, race fans. But let's see if he does take service to come in and get tires. I know he took 4 earlier. Through his time in the box, it was 14.2 seconds. Around there is a 2-tire pit stop. Anything less than 10 seconds, excuse me, is a 4-tire pit stop. Anything less than 10 seconds is a 2-tire pit stop or fuel only. So your leaders come into the box, and yes, Hunter Carlson did have some tires, so I guess they had 3 sets in the pits. So again, my apologies, race fans. That would answer our question as to why Hunter Carlson came in early. And look at that, positions gained, 4 spots gained through the pits for Landon Brown, and it's on a 2-tire call.
Wow, great call from Landon Brown.
Others taking 2 tires, or possibly, it looks like Bradley Young might have taken fuel only. 4.9 seconds in the box. Gerald Berlin, 9.6 seconds in the box. We're going to take a quick break here. We've got just under 30 laps remaining. You're going to see it all come to a close here right on the evening on Elevated Television. This is the Men's Mental Health Awareness 130.
Ready, Freddy?
Under 30 laps to go here on the evening from Richmond Raceway in round number 4. It is the Men's Mental Health Awareness 130 in the Arca East Series for 4Wide Motorsports. Did a little refresh of trading paints. It looks like
Look at that.
We've got it working. Look at all those beautiful paint schemes. On a 2-tire call, Jared Berlin, Bradley Young make up the front row. Then it's Hunter Carlson, Landon Brown also on 2 tires. Joseph Unukis and Hunter Carlson. That is the top 6. Great jump for Berlin. Let's see how this will all come to a close.
Yeah, look right here. Great restart by Gerald Berlin, but look at Hunter Carlson right there trying to get to the inside. But here comes Landon Brown trying to get around Bradley Young. Bradley Young, Scott, is a sitting duck with no tires for sure.
Bradley Young falling on old tires, trying to gain some positions. Looks like he just took fuel only on that last stop. Gerald Berlin still holding it. Hunter Carlson looks a little faster. Joseph Unukis sideways off the corner, and wow, Unukis able to hold on to it, but he's going to lose more spots. This is the driver we just saw battling in second and possibly for the lead. Well, he's all the way now back to 8th.
Yeah.
Battle for the lead is on.
Yeah, definitely the battle for the lead is on. Look right here. Look at Chris Golden trying to get up to Kyle Dumas. Dumas is all loose right there.
So Hunter Carlson gets past the 70 of Berlin for the lead. Landon Brown also gets past him as well. Dumas looking for a spot here on the 89 of Bradley Young. This is a fight for the last spot in the top 5.
Yeah, look at Dumas just able to drive to the bottom and just power past Bradley Young. Now, it'll be interesting to see. Oh, man. Yeah, Kyle Dumas is all kinds of loose, man.
Dumas was able to get fresh tires. That was his problem earlier. He's able to get 5th spot now. He's going for 4th on the 70 of Berlin. They're going to make contact, a little bit of door banging between those two. Kyle Dumas clean now. Oh, he's barely got it.
He turned it.
There. Well, Berlin is going to get turned by the 89 of Bradley Young. And going to bring out the caution once again.
Yeah, wow.
That's exactly what Joseph Unukis and a few other drivers need.
Yeah, definitely. Man.
Looks like Bradley Young just misjudged the exit of the corner.
Yeah, just misjudged it. And, you know, we were seeing that, though. I think he could have got loose right there because, you know, not having tires. That could have played a factor into it, too. Because I don't think that he did that on purpose. I think it was just a racing incident for sure.
Yeah, going back and looking at it, I think he just didn't. Gerald Berlin did not get to the gas as soon as Bradley Young thought, and so Bradley Young was just trying to get back in it, gain some spots.
Right.
And so yeah, I would call that just a racing incident between the two. Not sure if Gerald Berlin will see it that way, but if you look at it from an objective standpoint, I believe that's probably what it was. So Hunter Carlson retakes the lead. Landon Brown up to 2nd. And again, these two drivers both have a win this season. But Austin Cansdale, Kyle Dumas, everyone else in the field, they do not. How hungry and how aggressive will guys like Cansdale, Dumas, and Young, how much will they get? And talking about Young, I don't know if he'll be able to fight for it on those old tires.
Yeah, I don't think Young will be able to fight for it on those old tires. I think we should expect him to come in within the next 2 laps or maybe 5 laps, you know. But, yeah, look at Landon Brown and Hunter Carlson battling for this win. Great drivers, and now we got Austin Cansdale up there as well.
Cansdale has moved back into the fight. Earlier on, he was back in 6th place after the first caution came out. So he's trying to gain back those spots that he had lost earlier this evening. I'm wondering if we're going to go to single file restarts here, if we're going to stay double file. What do you think, Emmett? What's your guess?
My guess is we go single file. I mean, there's been too many incidents. Yeah, I'm thinking single file for sure.
Single file could be the call. Gonna have to wait and see how it will all stack up for these drivers here this evening. I think it's been a great race so far, Emmett.
Yeah, it's been a great race, and I'm glad that Landon Brown and Hunter Carlson, both those cars finally showed up on Trading Paints, because I know Landon Brown was excited about his scheme for the Race 10 Suicide Scheme, great looking scheme. And then Carlson with the men's health awareness 1/3 on the front of the hood. So great to see that for sure.
So the two drivers in the front row have wins this season, 1 win apiece. Austin Cansdale and Kyle Dumas right behind in the second row, and everyone else in the field yet to win here in the FWM Arca East Series. It is going to be 20 laps to go in the men's mental health awareness 130. Who's going to take us to a close?
Yeah, as we saw Hunter Carlson get a great restart, but look at that. Austin Cansdale right on the back bumper, but Landon Brown is not far from behind. And as we see Chris Golden trying to get past Bradley Young, Devin Murill almost got into Chris Golden right there. Scott, it's getting crazy back here further in the back.
Chris Golden, Bradley Young, 5th and 6th. The Golden trying to move forward that top 5, and there we go! Cuts across the nose of the 89. They're able to both keep it straight. And there we go, the 29 Wayne Cannon into the wall as well. Hard into the wall for the 20. So that is going to bring out a caution, but I saw it right as we were watching it. The 89 was right there, and the 86 turned down on his nose. Watch here back, Symphony of Gerald Berlin. Duckus gets a piece of it. He gets into 29. Symphony of Gerald Berlin gets into the 20. And I believe that 20 is misnumbered. With under 20 laps to go, I don't expect any driver to back out.
Yeah, I don't expect any driver to back out as well. Man. Sorry. I was checking something real quick, but yeah, definitely, man, that was a tough hit for sure.
That was a tough hit for Joseph Duckus. That was running really good, had worked his way back up to his qualifying position of 2nd before one of the cautions came out, and then he got mired back in the midfield. And that touch and spin from Wayne Cannon right there might have some damage to the number 13, but I don't think we want to discount his night, because I think he has done a really good job of staying patient, and hope to see Unuckus continue to run throughout the field. A good rebound for Benjamin Hallbaugh. He's tracked a lap down earlier, running back in 14th. Well, from all this, he's back up into 8th. Another good run for Daniel Jones, Devin Murill, and up 11 spots from the opening of the race is Kyle Dumas, sitting in 3rd.
Yeah, what a great job by Kyle Dumas. But yeah, look at this. I think Landon Brown is going to be very aggressive on this restart. Now we see Wayne Cannon and the 29 on machine.
Landon Brown, known to be an aggressive driver, but a clean driver at that. He's going to absolutely get it done when it matters, but he's going to give us some great racing. It's so fun when we get to see drivers get aggressive, but keep it clean. They know how to race each other and know how each other races. And when you have 2 drivers or 3 drivers, whoever that is doing that kind of racing, we absolutely get treated to some thrills. So it'll be a single file restart here, trying to keep it clean to the end. It'll be 15 laps to go when we cross the stripe for the green flag. Hunter Carlson has retaken the lead, and Austin Cansdale has now been able to get back up into 2nd.
Yeah, great run from Austin Cansdale, able to get right back up there. Looks like we're going to go single file, Scott, for this restart, by the way.
Cansdale, what can he do from the 2nd spot? 1 row behind the leader, Hunter Carlson. He's got 1 win this season. Can he be the first to make it to green flag back in the air, down into turn number 1? All single filed out after the single file restart. Can anyone make it too wide?
Yeah, look at Hunter Carlson, got great launch. Oh, Cansdale to the wall.
Caution back in the backfield. Looked like an incident that started with Caleb Kramer, 51, and well, he was the one who came up upon it. It was the 20. Oh my goodness, yeah. If we go back and look at it, it started with the 51 of Caleb Kramer making an aggressive 3-wide move. Pushes the 20 of Joshua Tressler up into the 12 of Yogi Schleer. They both make contact and get sideways.
We must have had 2 incidents, Scott, because it looked like
This is it right here.
Yeah, here's the other one. Man.
51 forces 3 wide move, gets the 20 of Joshua Tressler loose. Tressler goes to catch it, but he's not able to have enough room. Yogi Schleer right there up on the high side, and they both spin, bring out another caution on the evening. So back under pacing condition. These drivers running about 50 miles an hour. And how do you think this one is going to end, Emmett? Do you think we see a new winner here this season, or do you think we see one driver, Hunter Carlson, Landon Brown, maybe be the first driver to get 2?
I'm going to go with the dark horse and be like, I'm going to say Devin Burrell might win this, but you know, we don't know what's going to happen, but that's a bold prediction.
50-1.
Yeah, big prediction, but you know, whatever, you know, throw it all on there on that 31 car. Maybe he can come out and get this win, or Daniel Jones even.
Morrill, a driver that we know can definitely be fast. He has yet to run a race here in the Arca East Series, so this is his first race here in the Arca Series, but he did run with us in the mini stock tour. It was a rough start for him, but he was able to clean everything up, and he has shown us that he is a really fast driver. We've loved getting to watch him in the number 31. Could he be someone to upset these front 4 and be another new winner? I've definitely got my eyes on Kyle Dumas. We know that he is definitely hungry. He does abuse his tires over a long run, but we haven't had a long run since he bolted on those new fresh ones. So can he possibly go and get the 33 of Cansdale and then hunt down the leader of Hunter Carlson? But Emmett, it's going to be tough because Carlson has been unequivocally the fastest car all evening.
Yeah, definitely. And we see it's going to be tough for sure. And now that we go single file, they cannot go until Hunter Carlson goes. So that's really going to be interesting for sure.
Is correct. So it'll be 12 laps to go. Excuse me, 10 to go actually. We had to run a little bit more pace laps than I imagined. So it'll be 10 to go. This time, Hunter Carlson telling the field to tighten up. Let's get it to the finish in this men's mental health awareness 130 from Richmond Raceway, round number 4 of the 4-wide Motorsports Arca East Series. This race will determine halfway. It'll be 4 left after this race. We've had 3 different winners like we've mentioned. Hunter Carlson, Landon Brown have been 2 of them.
Yeah, got a great restart, Hunter Carlson did, but look at this. Here comes Kyle Dumas trying to get to the inside, Scott, of Austin Cansdale.
Dumas going to make contact with Cansdale. Cansdale going to get sideways out of the corner, able to keep the wheel on it. Kyle Dumas sends it into turn 3, but he uses the right rear on it. Cansdale gets away with it from second.
Yeah, and all that, Dumas and Cansdale racing side by side for a lot, but look at this, Devin Burrell is coming up there. Oh, he's going to get it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Huge contact between the 15 of Kyle Dumas and Devin Morrill, and I think that the 31 might have been pushed into that incident. That's what he said over the radio. Let's go and look back at Landon Brown.
Oh, Daniel Jones. Dang. Hard contact. Oh man, Joshua Tressler. Golly.
Now the 31's going to have to go back and look at this incident because he's thinking that he got into the 15 after he got tagged by the 5. But apparently the 15 went invisible. He blinked out of the session. So I'm really not sure if the 31 knew exactly where it was. And the 17, one of the most frustrated drivers, Daniel Jones, he was running up in the top 5 and he's back in 13th.
Yeah, and if Kyle Dumas is frustrated about that, then it wasn't Devin Morrill's fault. I mean, look at the skew on that car. I mean, that car, you're not supposed. It's not supposed to turn like that, folks. There's something definitely broke with that. But yeah, Devin Morrill, like I said, I don't think there was any foul play there. I think he just didn't know that, like you said, Dumas blinked out, and I don't think that he knew he was there.
Yeah. And so I think it's one of those you'll go back and look at it. And
Mm-hmm.
I think Evan Morrill was getting a good run, but for him,
Yeah.
the 15 was not on the screen, couldn't quite know where he was. Landon Brown pretty much said the same, and when they realized where he was on the screen when he checked back in, they tried to check up as quick as possible, and that contact between the 5 and the 31 came after the contact with the 15. Hunter Carlson also came over the radio. He is an admin here at FWM, and he's seen and heard that people might be laying back and trying to jump the restart. The next person to do that will get a penalty.
Wow, so they are laying down the law well.
Oh, yeah. So with all this going on, Devin Morrill, Landon Brown will advance 2 positions from the loss of the 15 of Dumas. Devin Morrill will sit in 3rd. The dark horse that you mentioned, the dark horse pick, he's up in the 3rd. Could he go and challenge with the 33 of Cansdale and the leader of Carlson? We'll take it around one more time. We'll get the 1 to go this time around till we take the green. When we come back, it will be 4 laps remaining to decide it. This race really changed up, and we were clean and green until lap 61, just before halfway, and since then I don't think we've been able to make more than a 12 green black run.
Well, I told you, Scott, when the sun goes down, that's when the action ramps up and the carnage ramps up, and that's exactly what happened. But yeah, I mean, the first part of the race, yeah, Hunter Carlson dominated on that long green flag run, but yeah, this race, this is what these ARCA races have actually turned into for sure.
This has been such a fun series to watch.
The
bumper tag, bit of stacking up. Wow, big stack up there from all those drivers. And just give Hunter Carlson a beautiful jump. He's already 0.6 of a second out, now 7.
Yeah, Hunter Carlson, man,
all those drivers, they were starting to jump it when they thought Hunter Carlson might go, and he had a great choice of going late in the box.
Yeah, Carlson made the move right there. We might have to pull one out of the old. Oh man!
Caution once again is going to come. There we go. It's going to come from the 29 of Wayne Cannon. He's going to move up. Man. Was not clear. Joseph Eudakis was there on the high side.
Man. But I was going to say, Scott, we might have to pull one out of the old days and call that the Yes Sir certified moment of the race for sure.
That with a possibility. I feel like any incident that ends in any form of damage, I feel like it usually has got to be there was no sir. I feel like our yes sir moment, it's got to be something good, because I guess when I see cars get absolutely clobbered, I'm not like, yes sir,
Yeah.
But we have had some excellent moments here this evening. We've had some not so excellent moments. Wayne Cannon will bring it into the pits and try to get some of this damage fixed. And I spoke of the story for the redemption for Benjamin Hallbaugh from early in this race, 1 lap down in 14th. Well, from all this chaos, he's now into 6th. He could get a top 5.
Yeah, definitely could get a top 5. And Scott, I want to ask you, who do you got coming on the B Main podcast this week?
Well, we are recording tonight after this. We've been looking at a few different people. We've been talking with Lainey Bice. She's not able to make the call here tonight. We've also talked to Landon Huffman. We're going to have him later on in the season when he's able to run back at Hickory. He ran at Hickory this weekend, but the big classic for them that's going to go on in August, we're going to have him. So we're gonna get some big drivers. We've been trying to contact some guys that just ran the Dirt Late Model Dream, but I can't say Gavin is usually the guy that gets all that going, but we've really got some things going. Follow our podcast, the B Main Podcast, on YouTube and Spotify, hosted by myself and Gavin Grubbs. So back here at Richmond Raceway, it's going to be 2 laps to go. We'll have our first of 2 green-white checkered attempts here from Richmond Raceway. So it'll be 2 to go when we drop the green, still under single file restarts. Lights still on in the pace car. We'll get the 1 to go next time by. Emmett, I want to know. You still got it for Devin Morrill?
It'll be interesting on this restart, see how far they lay back. Man, I know Landon Brown is probably furious that he wasn't able to, because he got the position right when the caution came out.
We're going to go double file. Back to double file.
Oh, man, this is...
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
We could see two of our possible outside, and it's Devin Morrill, Landon Brown, Bradley Young, Benjamin Hallball, the top 6. Then it's Kyle Dumas, Yogi Schleer, Joseph Unukis, Gerald Berlin, the top 10. Pace truck pulls onto pit road at Richmond Raceway. 2 laps remaining. First green white checking here in the men's mental health awareness 130. Good jump for the 32. He's going to be clear of Austin Cansdale.
Yeah, clear Cansdale. Look at Devin Morrill. He's going to drive to the inside, trying to take second away from Cansdale. But yeah, great restart by... Oh, they're wrecking.
Caution in the backfield. Benjamin Hallball couldn't quite get through it. And whoa, the 86 of Golden almost gets tagged there after the caution. And that great story we were talking about for Benjamin Hallball comes to an end here in the waning laps of the race. Looks like he tries to cut down under the 89 of Bradley Young, and the 15 of Dumas got up into him. I don't think they expected to make that move.
Yeah, and think about Dumas if he gets back. Like, I've noticed this about Dumas. Like, if it's like later on in the race and he's in the back, he's gonna do whatever he can to get up to the front.
The 8 goes and rams the 15 of Dumas under caution.
Oh.
The 8 of Benjamin Hallball goes and rams into the 15 of Dumas under caution.
Yeah, we're
and he's still on the bumper of the 15.
Yeah, as we take a look of it right here.
This is what happened. Oh my goodness, that's
you know,
we already saw it. Let's just watch this. This is after the caution. The 8 comes and catches back up to the 15 and sends him an aggressive message. Wow, that is, race control not going to look on that fondly.
Well, here's the thing. Andrew Holloman didn't receive a penalty for hooking Landon Brown, so
I don't know. I didn't see that incident. I don't know how purposeful it looked. I don't know how bad it looked, but from my vantage point, that looked pretty darn bad here this evening.
Yeah, Carlson's getting great restarts, but Cansdale is right there with him.
Cansdale still yet to win.
Yeah, Cansdale still hasn't got the monkey off his back for sure.
So the 32, Hunter Carlson, looking to try to get it to an end here. Lights still on the pace car. They're off that time, so that we have made the choose. Carlson elects the inside once again. It's all the same that we saw earlier, but can Cansdale get a good enough jump to stay side by side with Carlson going into 1? That's the key.
Yeah, that is the key right here.
You also got to imagine him that we're going to get another caution and a flag will end the race.
Yeah, this is it right here. It's time to for the gloves to come off, and it's time to just get on that bare knuckle, and this is it right here. What can you do, Scott, to win in this FWM series? What move will you make?
You gotta be aggressive. It's time to turn and burn. Final restart of the evening. Final green, white, checkered. Another good jump, but Cansdale still hanging on the outside of the corner panel. They'll enter side by side into 1.
Yeah, but look at this. Devin Morrill is right there. Carlson's able to get the position off the backstretch and clear Cansdale. And here we go, coming to the white flag.
Cansdale down to the inside, gets a good drive, getting everything he can on the exit, just under a car length back. White flag, 1 more to go for Hunter Carlson, but he's got a big challenge from the 33 of Austin Cansdale. What move can he make down into turn number 3? Cansdale does not have a win yet in the series. Will he be clean to the end? He sends it into 3. It's not going to be enough. Hunter Carlson wins for the 2nd time in the FWM Arca East Series at Richmond Raceway.
How about Devin Morrill coming home? Oh, man, Joseph Unukis. Hard contact after that. Man. What a race.
Oh, wow. Cansdale really was giving Carlson a great challenge there towards the end, just did not have enough car under him to get it all the way to the end to make a run on the outside. Devin
And there
Morrill
goes
comes
the
home
grass.
in third, and Kyle Dumas made it all the way back to fourth after the late race incident. Landon Brown rounds out the top five, but Hunter Carlson will do some victory burnouts. So some beef will be created after the race here this evening. Many drivers unhappy with others. We had 61 green flag laps early on, but from there, drivers got really aggressive.
Yeah, definitely. And wow, Kyle Dumas made up 10 spots coming to the checkered flag, so he's going to bring it home fourth. Unbelievable.
Well, we will take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the results and the interview with the winner, the 32 of Hunter Carlson. Don't go anywhere, race fans. Back here from Richmond Raceway, the completion of round number 4 of the FWM Arca East Series. It was the Men's Mental Health Awareness 130, and we'll get your results here from it. Hunter Carlson was the winner. Austin Cansdale in second, Devin Morrill in third, Kyle Dumas, Landon Brown rounded out the top 5. Then it was a 51 of Caleb Kramer, making up 7 spots and getting it towards the end. Bradley Young finishes 7th, Yogi Schleer finishes 8th, Joseph Unukis 9th place, and rounding out the top 10, the 17 of Daniel Jones.
Yeah, and then we got Gerald Berlin in 11th. 12th was Wayne Cannon. 13th, Chris Golden. 14th, Tristan Thiese. 15th, Benjamin Hollenbaugh. And 16th, Joshua Tressler rounds out your field.
So we'll pull in the winner, Hunter Carlson. And Hunter, first driver to get 2 wins in the Arca East Series here with FWM. And I got to say, what was it like to get back through the field after when you pitted that second time? Because it was the only time that you did not have clean air.
Oh boy. I was nervous. It's hard to pass there, it really is. Especially when everyone kind of figured out what I was doing. Center to corner, kind of diamonding the corner. And I just had to show my nose and pray they didn't chop my nose in the corner and cause a wreck, I guess.
Emmett?
Yeah, so talk about that bold move. We thought you all only had 2 sets of tires, and then you came in and got that set. And we saw you again. We were like, oh, I guess they got 3 sets now.
Yeah, we decided to make a change for hopefully the better of the league, and I was thinking we had anywhere from, I think it was like 7 to 8 laps on the tires. I came in there already in the 90s, and I'm like, I think it'll work out, and ended up working out. I ended up having a little bit better tires, a little bit better grip out the corners. I was able to get past Brad, and then I got past Kyle, who put on a hell of a fight, and then thankfully that's when the wrecking started, and I didn't know if I was gonna be able to hold off the hungry hippos behind me.
Well, Hunter, with this win and Landon Brown finishing in 5th, you could be very much close to getting to the lead of this championship. Could we see you get a second championship in the FWM iRacing series?
Oh man, with the performance I made up tonight, I'm definitely gonna try it. We have some good tracks coming up, and thankfully, I'm a big Iowa fan, so I'm hoping for a little bit of a similar result there. So hopefully we can get a few more wins this season to close it out.
Anyone you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank TJ over at Studio 86. Thank you for always making the cars look good and everything. And I want to thank Victory Fuel for always coming on board. And I want to thank everyone at Fast Angry Racing Team. They're awesome. Great support group there. And I want to thank Cannon for putting this thing on. I want to thank Elevated TV for always giving their all with the broadcast and giving us a show to watch.
Well, Hunter Carlson, congratulations. Second win of the season.
Thank you.
So Hunter Carlson, second win of the season for him. And we'll get in here, talk to Austin Cansiel, your second place finisher. And Austin, right there towards the end, what did you need, man? You got a great restart, were able to hang on the outside. What more did you need to take it away from Carlson?
I just ended in a little too deep going into 1 on that last restart, and I blew the corner. I was hoping to get to his rear bumper, and he's always racing me so clean. I was debating on my mind if I wanted to use the old chrome horn, and I was like, no, we've always raced so good side by side, so I'm gonna race him clean. And he just had a way better car than I did.
So talk about this. This is your 3rd or 4th runner up in this series. When do we see you get the monkey off your back? Would it be next week at Dover, possibly?
I don't know. Dover is one of my most tricky tracks. I've never been a fan of Dover, but hopefully I can get this win pulled off. I mean, I think the points got posted. I think I'm only 13 behind or 14 behind the leader. So I mean, I just got to keep these consistent runs going and hopefully pull off another championship.
Well, right after the points, they just got out on Sim Racer Hub, be 14 points back from the lead of the championship, 13 points back from Hunter Carlson. So a few more good runs could get you up towards running for that championship. Austin, anyone you'd like to tonight?
I just want to thank y'all for doing everything y'all do. Y'all put on an amazing show. All my friends and my family, they watch this stuff and they absolutely enjoy it. I go into work the next day, everybody's like, dude, that is absolutely amazing to watch. So it's amazing for what y'all do. Thanks Cannon to putting on the show, letting me and Hunter and all of us behind the scenes run things. I want to thank my old lady. She's my soul.
Well, we appreciate you, Austin. A second place finish. He'll look for one more spot in the coming races. Congratulations, Austin.
Thank you.
So Austin, second place, we'll get Devin Marill. Devin Marill finishes in third. And Devin, it was an eventful night for you. You started up in fourth, then you got mired back in the mid-pack, but up there towards the end. I want to first talk about the incident between you and Kyle Dumas. What happened there?
I was trying to give him room. He started blinking and such, but I was trying to fall back, and then as I fell back, 5 was coming in hot, pushed me back up, and so then Kyle wasn't clear, and he just came right down, and I couldn't go nowhere.
So Scott asked me when we came to about 7 laps to go, and he said, who do I see winning? And you were actually my pick to win. But I'll tell you, I think you'll take a top 3. But yeah, I know you wish you could have won. But great run. How do you build on this going to Dover?
Just keep saving tires and keeping my nose clean. That's all I can do.
All right,
Devin
Scott.
Marill, an excellent run here this evening. Anyone you'd like to thank, Devin?
I want to thank, Four Wide Motorsports. I want to thank you guys over at Elevated TV for putting this on. I love racing and seeing it on YouTube, and I have my parents watching right now.
Well, excellent. Glad we got them watching, man. Congratulations on a podium. We know you'll look for more next week at Dover.
Yes, sir.
So Devin Marill rounds out the podium, and that's going to do it all for us here this evening from Elevated Television. We apologize that we were not able to get the green flag start. We were dealing with some technical issues. We shouldn't have those further on in the future. But we have now completed halfway through the season in the Arca East Series. Emmett, your thoughts so far on the front half?
Well, the first half has been nothing. I mean, it's been unpredictable. But Scott, how about what we're going to be doing next? It was announced today that we'll be moving over back to the SK Modifieds on a brand new network. The name still to be determined, but it will be me and Scott Shives along with our great producer Tracy Brown. So make sure y'all tune in.
It's going to be excellent. We're so excited to present all of it to you. We're here on Elevated Television. The SKs, that was what we first raced here on iRacing for the FWM series. And arguably, it was one of the best series. I think the Arca car is absolutely challenging it for the best, but we know that it was so amazing. And these drivers loved that SK modified. So we'll get that to you. That all starts, I believe, July 14th will be the first race for that on a Monday night, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. So wait for that one. But we have still half the season remaining here in the FWM Arca East Series. Hunter Carlson takes the win in the Men's Mental Health Awareness 130 from my producer, Tracy Brown, and my colleague in the booth, Emmett Crow. My name is Scott Shive. This has been FWM Arca East presented on Elevated TV. We'll see you in a week at Dover.